Hello, hello, hello. How you doing, everybody?
Hey there, out there in YouTube land. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
It's good to be back here. We missed last week and we had a good reason. We had all intentions of going live, but for some reason, I didn't realize there was a time difference between Las Vegas and Ohio. I mean, we did, but when we got out there and said, wait, it's 8:30 or 9:30 or something back home, and I don't know. Anyway, we had best intentions, but we didn't manage to do it. So
We also got in a little bit late
yeah,
as well. So our plane was a little over 30, about 35 minutes late taking off. So we got in late and then trying to navigate to the hotel, everything. But hey, we're here this week. So
yes,
we are back.
we are back on schedule. And it's good to see you guys here in the chat. Who do we got so far? We got Douglas. Hello, Douglas.
Hello, Douglas. How we doing today? I was thinking about some fried cauliflower too, but it just doesn't crisp up good enough. So
I had no idea why Roy made that comment. I'm like, what are you talking about? So I had to go back and read all the comments. But anyway, hey, Marion, welcome.
Welcome, Marion. How you doing today?
We got Tom Cruise in the house. Hey, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
We got the Hudsons. Hey,
Jim and Beth.
Dayton, Ohio.
If I'm correct, I hear Jim's home today.
Oh, it's Jim. Yes, he said it's Jim. He got rained out. So Beth is putting you to work. And we got the Currys. Hey, Currys.
Hey, Paul. How we doing today? As a matter of fact, Paul had actually brought up last week, or was it the week before, when we were doing our dollar sale, that he wished he could come. And we were thinking about the potential, maybe even a virtual shop around. So, hey, if we all can enjoy that dollar sale, you just never know. I see Joyce jumped in the comments there. Hey, Joyce, how you doing today?
Hi, Joyce. We hope everyone's having a good Monday so far. It does seem like it's rainy here in Ohio, but
back in Ohio.
Every day it's sunny somewhere, and even when it's rainy, the sun is, it's always just above the clouds. So keep that in mind.
It's always sunny in Philadelphia.
Yes. Hey, KT. How you guys doing?
How you doing today, KT? Well, it's been a day. Hey, Pam, how you doing today?
Hi, Pam. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Well,
and Ivy, welcome. Welcome,
Ivy.
Yeah, so the Currys asked, how did the sale go? So the sale went very well. We have like 1/3 of our warehouse is completely clean, blank slate, ready to go. And I am super excited about that because we got some big things cooking, and it's going to be really, really fun to fill it all up again with some new stuff. But hey, Bill.
As a matter of fact, we're already trying to figure out how to fill it back up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's one of the reasons we went to Las Vegas. We are looking at new products and new product lines and sourcing a little bit differently. So
yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Hey, Bill, how you doing? Bill actually was at the dollar sale as well. I know Bill found a couple good things there. And as Paul
Hey, Brenda. Hello.
Good afternoon, Brenda. How you doing today? Absolutely awesome stuff.
Yeah, what were you saying about Bill? Sorry.
He picked up a couple good things while he was here as well.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll definitely share a little bit in the chat what he thought about it. Hopefully next time Paul will be able to they'll be able to swing up here and check it out. But I was thinking, if it wasn't so busy, when you had brought up that question, I think it was on Instagram, Paul, maybe doing like a video walk and seeing if there was something you might like. But it was busy. We got everything set up and there was already people outside waiting. So I didn't get a chance to even try to entertain that. So because we were shooting off to Vegas, we found somebody to come clear it out. So we spent the rest of the day getting it all cleaned up. And oh my God, it's like a different space.
Yep.
So
I know it won't stay like that, but it is kind of nice for it to be nice and clean and pretty organized.
Yeah. I was even thinking about sweeping the floor today.
Ooh, that'd be a good idea.
Well, we got the space to do it.
Yep. Get that big push broom out, and
yeah,
it wouldn't take that long. We actually had the big garage door open on Saturday. We were here working on Saturday afternoon, and it was so nice here, maybe like around 70, and the sun was coming in late afternoon. We opened the garage door and had that open for a couple hours. That was really nice. We love to work with the doors open as much as we can in the spring, summer, and fall. So it was kind of that, it's almost here. Spring is almost here. It's coming.
And then here today we're in long sleeves and a hoodie because it's a little chilly in here.
Yeah, it dropped back down again yesterday. It's in the 30s today, but it's on its way.
Yep.
It's on its way.
Douglas said, waiting on the video of the dollar sale. As a matter of fact, speaking of videos, we did not have a video last week. We actually finally got some new editing software so that we can do some different editing techniques that our previous software was very limited with. So we did get some good footage of the dollar sale, and that will be coming down the pipeline. But with this new software, I've been really trying to learn the new software and get it up and looking good. So it'll be coming down the pipeline. We did get video footage, and we have some new techniques we'll be sharing with our videos here pretty soon.
And he showed me a little bit of what he's working on, and it's pretty cool. It's like taking the videos to the next level and doing some cool things.
What are you trying to grab?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't want to give away all the secrets of the cool things. So these were my explanations of the cool things with those weird sound effects.
Gotcha. Sound effects. Huh? Those will be in the video. So she just gave away some of the secret of her sound effects that'll be showing up. Yeah. Oh, well, you'll get to see it in the video, though. So you heard it here and you'll get to see it.
Hey, Randa, welcome. Happy
Welcome,
Monday.
Randa.
Hey, Jesse. How's it going?
Hey, Jesse. How we doing today? Clear Thrifts. I was looking at the temperature. So we were in Vegas all last week, and it was like mid 70s, all close to 80s, clear skies, and now we're back in the 30s today. But I was seeing the Curry said down in West Virginia it's 70 degrees where they're at. Douglas said 57, very breezy, as breezy here, but you're warmer. Ivy said 81 degrees.
Ivy, remind us again where you are.
Somewhere warmer than here.
Yeah. I'm going to guess Florida, but I don't know. I can't remember.
Even Dayton's warmer than we are.
Well, that's usually the case. Randa, that seems kind of warm for you guys up there, 32. 31 in Nebraska.
What is it here? I know
It's
you
like
said
30,
in the 30s.
I thought it was like 38 when I was driving here.
Yeah, it's 37 now. So, wow.
Yeah.
But that definitely was a culture shock as soon as we got off the plane. Like, you could feel it when we stepped off the plane. And funny enough, we got back Saturday morning at like 5:30. So, and that was actually a half hour earlier than scheduled. But man, as soon as we stepped, whatever that little hallway thing is that they move up to the plane, as soon as you stepped in that, it was like an ice box. Like, oh, we're back home.
Yeah.
But hey, that just gives us a reason to do it again. Randa said still not motorcycle weather.
No. Although yesterday there were definitely bikes out Saturday and Sunday here. We heard them all day long. And if I wasn't so tired, I did have the thought of, could we hop on the bikes? But jet lag is real, people. Yeah. I was exhausted yesterday and the day before, but feeling better today, feeling more normal.
Brenda said 41 there in New Hampshire. And, with our warehouse being cleared out, we actually could have taken the bikes out.
I know.
So
I know. That's why I thought about it. But
Marion said it's 47 there near Buffalo, New York. So
of course, Jesse says, sure it is, Randa. If it ain't snowing, start riding. Yep. Some people ride like that. And man, it was like, there was a 20-degree day a few weeks ago, and I saw somebody on his bike. So some people ride in all kinds of weather.
Well, when we got the Harleys, there was a guy that worked there in the shop that rode every day. Rain, sleet, sun, snow. Yeah. He only rode a motorcycle. So, I mean, they're out there.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's if it's your only transportation.
And welcome, Grace and Company.
Hello.
Welcome to our live. Saw a group of bikes out in the sun yesterday, and I'm in Western Washington. Okay.
Nice.
Is that Washington State or Washington, D.C.? Probably Washington State.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. I bet that's beautiful riding area.
Ivy is in Virginia. As a matter of fact, that makes sense because you and KT met last time they went to the...
yes. The Jeebus yard sale.
Yes.
Yep.
Very crazy.
Speaking of the Jeebus's yard sale, they announced on their live that they bought a house. So they're moving. But before they move, they're having one more yard sale, I think. I didn't hear the date, so I don't know if they know when the date is. I think they have a closing date on their house. I can't remember what it is. So if anybody's interested in that, it's a good time. It's a fun road trip, and they're great people. So we might be there again, depending on when it is. So who knows? But it should be in the next
calendar.
Well, we don't know if there's a date yet. Oh, KT just said no date yet for sale. Okay. So sometime in the next few weeks, I think.
KT said, I hear road trip in the future.
Yeah. So what was I going to say? Oh, yesterday we had like gale force winds. It was crazy windy here.
Yes. Crazy windy. So with the dollar sale, I just wanted to go back to that real quick as it was very successful.
Yeah.
We were surprised that we only really had one lull. We actually had people come on out, and it was kind of busy the whole time. So the little lull we had, my brother and daughter showed up. So we did have a little bit of company for maybe about 20 minutes, and then people filled it back up again. So I was surprised how much we had left over, but I was surprised how much we made before it ended. So, I mean, we sold a good amount for a dollar sale. I mean, we made almost $1,000 off of it. So that was actually pretty cool. And then the funny thing was we sold what was left over for $50. And
what was left over was probably as much as what we sold the whole day. Yeah. So we advertised it on Facebook Marketplace. Come get our dollar sale leftovers. Only $50. You must take it all. Be here by 4:00. Well, we did get someone to bite. Yes. And I warned her right away. I'm like, it's a lot of stuff. because we thought, even for $50, we'll get an extra $50 and we don't have to box it up and run it to Goodwill.
Right. And we wanted it to just move because we knew we were going to Vegas and didn't want to deal with it when we
came back.
Yeah. So.
And oh my gosh, coming back in here on Saturday, I was like, thank goodness it's all gone. Yes. I would have hated to walk in here and it was all still there. So this lady came and then she called her friend to bring her vehicle. And then she called her boyfriend to bring his vehicle and they filled up 3 vehicles. And then she came back 2 more times with her vehicle. Yeah. There was that much stuff, but we had big totes too, like those giant totes that I hate because they're just hard to store and carry once they're full and stuff. So, and they take up a lot of room. So she did really good with packing her car.
Yeah, she did really good. I think it was maybe, well, I can't see it. About 6 or maybe 7 things she didn't take out of all of it, which was actually not bad. I mean, so. Yeah, I think she might have came back if she had more time, but it was like 10:30 at night that last trip and
9:30, but
so
I think I was already home. Like I was like, I'm done. So Roy handled the last couple rounds of her coming back.
Yes, Bill. We had a lot of stuff left over.
But a lot of stuff went out of here here too. So we were happy. Well,
and I think there were some good deals. We had, I think the big thing I think of the $1 sale was we had a KitchenAid mixer that was in the sale for $1, and the thing was once you could turn it on and speed it up, but once you tried to turn it back off, it shut off. So somebody got it for $1 and I explained that to them and they were like, shoot, for $1, all I needed to do is go forward. Like, hey, so there were some good deals and that's the one that I think of where, I know that was a great deal, but, what do you do with that? So, we're not going to get it serviced. I'm not going to fix it. We have too much that floats through here. So yeah, there were definitely some good deals there.
Well, and we could have parted it out, but we would have had to take it apart and then, look up the parts. It was just, it had sat around for a while, like a lot of this stuff. And we're like, let's just get it out of here. Let's bless someone else, because that's really how we kind of looked at our dollar sale. Let's bless someone else, because there were little things that were worth $1, but there were so many things that were worth way more than $1.
So Marion asked, what state are we in? We are in Ohio, Cleveland specifically. And actually near Buffalo, New York, that is probably about a 4-hour trip.
Yeah. Depending on where you are in the Buffalo area, 3 to 4 hours.
I know from here to cross over to Canada to Niagara Falls, which is going through Buffalo, that's 4 hours. So
yeah. But if she's on this side of Buffalo, it could be a 3-hour trip. Because to get from this side of Buffalo to the Canadian border takes a bit. It's where I was born, so I've been there many times.
Speaking of there, when's the next time we're going back?
To Buffalo?
Well, to New York.
I don't know. Yeah. When it gets warmer. When I first graduated from college, a friend of ours moved there. And so another friend and I would visit her occasionally. We got stuck in a snowstorm coming back one time, and we said, okay, we're not visiting you from November to March ever again. So Buffalo gets nailed with some lake effect snow sometimes.
And we think our snow belt's bad.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Marion said she's south of Buffalo.
Mm-hmm. And she also said it's about 4 hours. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. So. Well, in Las Vegas, we went to this trade show, which was actually pretty cool because we found some great people to talk to. And we also got an opportunity to learn some things as well. So before we even talk about, the trade show at all, do want to make sure we say thank you to a few people. One of them is we want to say thank you to KT for coming out with us. we made a mention about that. And, normally people say they'll do something and then never show up. Well, KT was booked and ready to go and already there when we got there. So that was actually pretty cool to, pal around with them for a week and enjoy Las Vegas and the trade show.
That was a lot of fun. We had so much fun with them. We spent almost all of our time together, but we spent some time apart as well. So it was just the perfect mix, and we had a great time talking business, not talking business, just hanging out. Hey, Toppit, how you doing today?
How you doing, Toppit? So that was actually pretty fun, and want to thank them. Also want to thank the connection was made with Hooked on Pickens. KT met them over at the trade show. They went live. They found them and talked to them, and got us all an invite to dinner. And we spent 4 hours with Hooked on Pickens.
Hooked on Pickin'.
Okay.
Hooked on Pickin'.
Right.
And I just dropped their link in the chat. So everybody go and subscribe to them. They are great people. We had a dinner with them that turned into this 4-hour session of talking business, talking family, talking life. And if they didn't have to catch their red-eye flight, we probably would have talked a couple more hours, because it was just that, fun and interesting, and just, I don't know. It was a really good night.
Still sharpening steel. I mean, we got an opportunity between the three couples to really just kind of hear some ups and downs, and just kind of, talk about some pros and cons and learn from each other. So that was a great experience. And they've actually are in the area or arena of the new product scenario as well. So definitely learn some new things to implement there. And
And then it cannot go without saying a big thank you goes out to Regular Guy Barbecue and Storage Brats.
Yes.
They did an amazing thing. One of the hosts of the restaurant or staff came over with
She was the
manager.
And the funny thing when she came over is we were all thinking
that she was going to kick us out. We're like, oh no, are we here too long? Are we being too loud?
I think we were 2.5 hours in, somewhere around there, but yeah. So she came over, and thanks to Regular Guy Barbecue and Storage Brats, they brought over, what were they? They were like donuts, right?
I think like Italian donut pastry kind of things, but she had 2 trays, and we're looking at her going, we didn't order those. We're like, oh, maybe they're on the house. And then she said who they were from, and we're like, oh my gosh. So it was very, very, very sweet of them, and such a kind gesture. So thank you, Regular Guy Barbecue and Storage Brats, for that delicious dessert.
Yes.
It was just a perfect little treat to the end of our enjoyable evening.
That it was.
Yeah.
And better make that April.
Oh, November to April. Okay. That's cool with me. Yeah, that Interstate 90 drive along there from Cleveland to Buffalo can get pretty treacherous if it's snowing and blowing. It shuts down a lot. So, hey, Uncle Beau.
Hey, Uncle Beau. How we doing today?
How you doing? Oh, wait. Toppit says, it was fun watching the live when they were ordering it. I didn't even know that.
Oh, you didn't know they were on the line?
No.
Yes.
Oh, that was the 2 Fat Guys and a Tim live.
Yes.
Oh,
Tim had walked away from the table, and
then
he didn't say anything when he came back.
Oh, wait, he knew the whole time?
I'm pretty sure he did.
I am so slow. I'm just catching on to all this right now. But it was very cool.
Yeah. So
we have to think about doing that to someone because that's like just such an awesome little blessing.
yes.
So.
But that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah. So
Uncle Beau said, doing good, ready for spring. Saturday being in the 70s after Saturday. Okay, yep. Oh, we hear you, Uncle Beau. After being in Vegas and coming back, we're ready for spring, definitely. As a matter of fact, we're ready to go back to Vegas or somewhere warm. Does Regular Guy Barbecue have live auctions too? Toppet said she doesn't think Tim knew. And Marion asked, does Regular Guy Barbecue have live auctions too? Kate,
so he used to, but I'm not sure he's doing live auctions anymore, but he is doing something. Oh, KT Treasure says, yes, Marion sometimes. Okay. I don't think he's doing them on a regular basis, but on an occasional basis.
So getting into the idea of the ASD and what we saw out there. So we've been for quite some time through our whole journey of reselling way before we even became this YouTube channel. We've had this idea of finding one product that we could replenish and sell multiple. So you one post and sell multiple. If you start to run out of stock, you're able to reorder it and get more.
Hey, Out Country. How you doing today?
Hey, Amber. How you doing today? I don't know if Flipping Mike's on with you or if that is Flipping Mike for you, but maybe we should just say Out Country Sales. How you doing today? But we're interested in finding that one product that we can post once and sell multiple. So Lisa, who has a background in this scenario, scored this morning at Walmart, heading back for more. Okay. Thought it was a great idea to go out to this show and see the vendors. And she actually knew a little bit more lingo about it than I actually knew she did, because she was saying some things. I'm like, where did you learn all that? And then she reminded me of her background.
Hold on a second. Jesse asked, who is Uncle Beau? Uncle Beau is a friend of the channel, but not only our channel, he's been a friend of many channels. He's friends with the Hudsons and probably other people that I don't know about.
What the hells?
What the hells? I don't know if he's friends with them.
And he's a sub to your channel.
So
thank you for dropping those links there, KT.
He's your friend too, Jesse. Oh, he's just playing. Okay. I don't know who knows who and who doesn't know who. So
who's who of who?
Right.
Okay. Who's on second?
First?
All right.
So anyway, back to the show.
So it was such a overwhelming experience because as we're trying to figure out what that one product is, we were in actually, I don't even know what to say this place was. It's a convention center, but it was huge. And we were only in like one wing that was huge in itself as well. But we had quite a few things to look at and kind of, I guess, fine tune and hone in on the things that we were really looking for. So we have a couple hopeful options that we're starting to reach out to and looking towards some new products like toys. Mattel, Hasbro was one of the big ones that one of the distributors we talked to works with. So and the funny thing is this distributor we talked to brought up a name that piqued my interest because I've been telling Lisa, like, we should be, knocking on some local doors here, trying to see where they get closeouts. And of course we're out there, and the guy, one of the names he mentioned in our area it's called Mark's. It's a kind of like a closeout grocery store / I don't know. They sell almost everything. So it was actually pretty cool to hear that name mentioned. We were all the way in Vegas. So,
but they probably have 50 to 60 stores. Mark's does. So yeah, they're a big buyer.
Yeah, but I mean, getting closeouts from, a distributor that distributes to them is still a good thing.
Yeah.
Because then it takes out us having to knock on the door and meet the manager if we can just go straight to the source.
Yep.
So
That's right.
But yeah, so that was one of the things we kind of figured out, new toys. And what was the other thing we were looking at? I know there was an electronics accessory for like mobile phone and like electronics, like headphones and things like that we were looking at. So
I think just the electronics category in general, keeping it more broad and keeping our options open to see what's available out there. I think that category is always going to be desirable. And
yeah. So
one area that I'm looking into more, I think there's a niche out there for it, is candy and snacks and sweets. So, yeah, be on the lookout for some cool things coming at Avery's All In.
yes, and she's been working on that big time. So I know. Did we get approved yet for one, or are we still waiting?
We're still waiting.
Okay. So
yeah, all of these companies have this application approval process. So we're in the waiting stage. We've gotten approved for some. So now it's just a matter of figuring out what we're ordering and getting it moving forward. I know, who doesn't like candy, right, Jesse?
Right. And as a matter of fact, speaking of candy, well, we'll have to wait until we get that approval, and then we'll be able to share that. The Curry said, organic snacks are a hit.
Mm-hmm. And there's that category that I think there's a huge need for, is the, oh my gosh. Well, the sugar-free and gluten-free. Blah. So I can't guarantee that we'll have any of those offerings because I don't know exactly what it's going to look like yet, but that is definitely, I think, something that people are always asking for.
Well, I can't wait to see how that works out. So I'm pretty excited with that. So
yeah,
doesn't change what we do now. Just, just looking at some addition to what we've been doing, something we've already planned years ago and finally taken a step towards it. So
yep. Just another arrow in the quiver.
Yep. So do we think we'll go back?
I think it depends on where we are in our ordering and flow through the spring and summer. There's another show.
Jesse said sugar-free kills the good.
Well, it is true, but there are people out there that need that. Is that the right word? Need? Can only consume that kind of candy.
But where we are with our ordering in regards to going back, and also probably depends on the weather, because I think the next one is in August anyway. So,
yes. And it's back to back with another event that we haven't signed up for yet, but we'll probably be going to.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about? You're like, okay. Like, you have no clue.
I know it's on the calendar.
It's not on the calendar, I don't think.
How's it? See, and I get yelled at when I don't put it on the calendar. It's
FlipCon. So FlipCon is Harry Tornado's 2-day reseller rally convention type deal down in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So that's in August, and that's when the next market is. And it's like back to back. So we would have to fly from Vegas to Charlotte, which is totally doable.
Yeah. Sounds like fun to me.
We just have to figure out if we want to go back to Vegas in August.
I don't know how fun it really would be. I swear that the trip back was so uncomfortable. I mean, I was in the middle seat, and of course, the guy next to me was snoring, and Lisa kept butting me with her elbow, and it was 4 hours of it was a rough flight. So I don't know. don't know if I'll be ready for another flight, especially to go 2 places and then back home.
Well, we haven't flown for about 3 years. And I feel like the seats in airplanes have become way more uncomfortable. Although we were on Spirit Airlines. I would probably choose to not fly Spirit Airlines again.
Yeah. Because they were, what did they say the reclining position was?
I don't remember the words, but they were pre-reclined for your comfort. So you couldn't recline your seats back. They were already pre-reclined.
And they were,
so basically they didn't move at all.
Right. And it didn't feel like there was a cushion either.
No, it felt like you were sitting on hard plastic.
Yes. So, as a matter of fact, the plane catching the turbulence sounded like it was hard plastic.
Yeah. And the landing was like everything was rattling.
Could you please drop absolutely awesome stuff? We could drop absolutely awesome stuff, but then it might break. So
yeah, it wasn't a cheap flight, Jesse. We had
no, it was a cheap flight.
Well, not with all the add-ons, but we had vouchers to use from a previous trip that had gotten canceled. So that's why we went with them. But I think KT was dropping. So
don't drop me, I will hurt.
Let's drop her link. KT, are you still out there doing that?
Well, they might have actually, let's see.
Dropped off.
Yes. Christy said she had something that was important.
Yeah.
So, let's see.
Roy will get it. That's why I don't fly. Never haven't. Probably never will. Yeah. I would prefer to drive, even just with, we had to watch how much stuff we brought back with us so that we made sure it fit in the suitcase. Now you can always ship stuff back or buy another suitcase or whatever. But, when you have your vehicle, you can just load as much in as you want. Well, within reason, but Hello, Big Barn Auction Company. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Big Barn. And we have a Deborah. Harlos. Hi, Deborah.
Oh, hey, Deborah. I kept seeing the Douglas and I almost missed the Deborah.
And let's see. Here we go.
Yeah, the Hudsons had an experience recently of filling up their whole truck, right? Hey, Linda, welcome.
Welcome, Linda. How you doing? So
yeah, that was something we were missing, having our vehicle with us.
Yes, very much so. Actually, the first night we got there, KT had plans to go to what is that, old downtown Las Vegas, or is it just downtown Las Vegas?
Downtown Las Vegas. It's the old part of Vegas, which is on Fremont Street. And anybody familiar with Vegas knows that it's now this whole Fremont Street experience.
Yes.
So
we took the bus there, and oh my God, like to go 2 miles, I think it took like an hour.
Yeah.
Talk about missing your car. But then again, parking would have been ridiculous if we had a car.
Yeah.
So, but speaking of Fremont experience, we had a great time. Well, unfortunately, Lisa's afraid of heights. So we did what's called the Fremont Zipline. It was actually pretty cool. So KT and myself went to, it was 11 stories up and zipline down Fremont Street. I think they said it's like 5 city blocks.
Zipline over Fremont
Street, yeah,
in the form of Superman flying. So those three were like, flying 11 stories in the air. It was pretty awesome for them. There's going to be some videos in the next couple weeks between KT Treasure's channel and our channel.
So make sure you're subscribed to them as well, because there's going to be some things we did together and some things we did differently or separate. So I know they took a nice little trip, and we took a nice little trip somewhere different.
Yeah.
But there's going to be videos, and you got to check them out. It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
But that Fremont Zipline, we wanted Lisa to go, but she didn't want to go with us. And the crazy thing was, we didn't realize. So we get up there to do the zip lining, and they're not moving. Like, the line's not moving. We're under like a time frame we scheduled. The line's not moving. We don't know why. And basically we end up finding out that I don't know if the staff was short staffed or they took a lunch break, and they were all coming back slowly. But man, it took us way too long to do this zip line. And like the first half hour was standing there waiting for people to come and start getting things together. And yeah, last thing you want to hear in that when you're about to go on zip lining is people complaining about people not showing up and people not going home and you know, being there all day. Like, it was crazy, but we still had a blast doing it when we did do it.
Oh, and like, there's supposed to be 8 people on the landing platform working, but there were only 2.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't know about that beforehand.
So before we
hey Beverly.
How you doing, Beverly? Good afternoon. So before we actually took off, when we first got up to the 11th floor where we were ziplining from, one of the workers was walking by griping about some people taking self break. So people just going on break without asking. So like, that was one thing that I heard at first when we got up there.
John,
like, great.
How you doing today?
Good afternoon, John. How we doing today? And then the other one was, as we were getting closer, we were like 4 away from going, and there was a gentleman that came up who was handicapped or in a wheelchair, and as right before he left, or as they were waiting for him to do his zip line, I hear the same guy who said about the self breaks going on say, man, they have 2 people down there and it's supposed to be 8. And I'm just like, oh man, this is going to take forever. But they actually were, and I don't know if KT got a video of it, but there were 2 guys that were up there though, and they were competing every time that they let one group go. They were competing, getting the rig set up so that they can get the next people connected on it. And that was actually pretty cool to watch though. So, but done once. I don't know if we'll do it again.
There were, so on this platform, there were 2 levels. At 6 stories up, there were 4 zip line rows where you sat, and they would release those. And then they would release at 11 stories. It's where you flew like Superman. So they were alternating the releases. And I mean, it is really a sight to watch the people just go flying overhead. And down on Fremont Street, if you've never seen it, it's a domed, lighted arch where it shows like scenes and videos and different light show type things. And it's just like, it's kind of crazy. Like, did you feel like you were really in the light show when you were flying, or didn't? No,
I didn't have my glasses on, so I couldn't see anything.
But you could still see the bright lights. Could you hear the music?
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't help but hear the music.
Yeah.
Which music? Because it was like 5 bands, and it was like every
Yeah.
You start walking away from one music and you're going into the next. It was just this big mosh. Hey, good afternoon, Bolo Up.
Hey, Bolo, welcome. What is that? Sensory overload. That is what Las Vegas is. It is sensory overload.
Yes, that it is.
Good luck, KT.
Good luck.
Love you.
Good luck. I was going to ask something too, but I don't remember.
About Fremont Street, about flying like Superman, about sensory overload.
So they had people, what they were doing for the zip line, taking pictures, and first they'd have you look at them, and then they'd have you look up, and they're like, put your hands up and look up, right? And I'm like, what is this for? I'm thinking like they want to make sure like we're not all messed up or scratched up, or here's a before picture and we'll take an after if you fall off or something. I don't know. Didn't even occur to me. And then finally, as we got the pictures, I kept looking at this one picture, and I'm like, where did that come from? And then it finally hit me. It was because they had us look up, and they did this group photo with that made us look like we were flying in the air.
That's where that
yes,
picture came from.
That's where that came from.
So
I was trying to figure that out myself. But yeah, that's where it came from. Yep.
So you really didn't even get a group photo of you actually flying.
No, actually, the pictures of us actually flying, we blend into the background, and you just got to know to enlarge it so you can see them.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
Ivy said sensory overload. So true. Yes.
Yeah. But it, like, for people watching, there's no better place. Oh my gosh, there is just anyone and everyone that you can imagine, all mixed, moshed up into one thing. And for us, we haven't really been out on a vacation in a touristy type setting since before COVID. So it felt very like back to normal.
Yes.
And, like pre-COVID days, because everyone was there moving and mixing around and stuff. And I kept wondering, I didn't really inquire to anyone official who might know an answer, but I kept wondering, I mean, it seemed really crowded in Vegas in general, everywhere we went. So I kept wondering if the tourist levels were back to kind of pre-COVID times, or if they were still down a bit. So I don't know the answer to that, but I do know I asked at the hotel desk, and they were at 100% capacity for this past weekend. Yep. So I would say that's good.
So Marion said, I've been doing business with you and have your email. You have mine. Does that mean I will be notified of the upcoming sale? I'm referring to the banner on the bottom of the screen. The answer to that is actually no. If we utilize your email because you won a gift or one of our prizes, or if we've done, I believe you bought something off an auction before, we don't actually add that to that particular email list. We try to respect the privacy unless you say we can. So there's two things we could do. If you'd like us to add you to that email list, we can. Or if you go to the recycleneo.com, that's our official business name. You should get a pop-up saying, join the email list or something like that. So
did I update that pop-up after our last sale? That is the question.
I don't know. So that would be a different scenario, and we always like to make sure we don't want to just start.
Yep, there it is.
Yep. If you go to Recycle NEO, it pops up, subscribe to our email list. So yeah, we just don't want to, disrespect any customers just because we have your information to start spamming you with stuff you may not be interested in. So, but it looks like Marion said, yes, add you to that email list.
All right, we can do that.
Okay. Got it. With the handy dandy notebook we have right here.
Yeah, because if I don't write it down, I will forget it.
And we'll make sure we get that uploaded within the next day or so, or added, because our next online sale actually starts Friday. So we were working on getting that done before we left, but we ran into the dollar sale. And what else were we doing? We had the pickup from the last one.
Yeah, we were going to do some things that now we're not going to do. So anyway, it worked out better that we weren't so focused on so many things before we left for Las Vegas, and we have time to get it finished this week. So,
and we were doing our draft bank for eBay so that while we were gone, that was another thing. Like, while we were gone, we were still posting 5 things a day from eBay. So what we also did is drafted a bunch of things that we were going to start per day. And then we put our store on sale. So we came back home. Actually, we ended the sale a little bit early because we ended up coming back home to a load of mail because we kept selling while we were gone, which was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
it's always scary to put your eBay store on what's called time away, which is vacation mode is what it used to be called. It's called time away now. And I just wanted to make sure that those sales continued in, that they didn't just stop.
Yeah.
So we ran a 45% off sale on everything, almost everything in our store. There were a few things.
Everything. There were a few things.
There were a few things that were like, I can't let that go for 45%.
But
so
we did run that, and ironically, we ended up breaking. We almost got to 12,000 in a 90-day total.
Yeah. So we hit a new benchmark for our eBay store.
Yeah.
While we were in Las Vegas. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. And for us, it's kind of hard we're focusing on 2 areas, our online sales and our eBay sales. And as we continue to watch it grow, I mean, it's a lot to get it done, but that definitely was an accolade that
we were excited to see.
Yes, we were.
Yep. For sure. For sure. So speaking of our online sale, we were talking about this earlier. And we're going to try and do a short video this week of just a walk around of the warehouse and some of the things that will be in the sale so that you can kind of get a preview. The items in the sale, a lot of them are, in this sale, but most of our sales, there are some that are shippable and some that aren't. And each item is marked. So like, anybody can take a look at our sale and bid on items.
But if it's a China cabinet, we're not delivering.
Right.
No. Sorry.
We're not shipping the China cabinet. No.
But speaking of sale, what I thought of, by the way, oh my God, at the ASD Market show, they had so much jewelry. They had this huge jewelry department, which was crazy. Now, we were wondering how much of it was real and how much of it was costume. But when we say huge, I mean, again, it was actually in a separate part of the convention hall.
A separate hall. Yeah.
And it was definitely a lot there. Like we could have rounded up a lot of jewelry for some lots if we really were getting into it. Beverly said, I'm clueless about the online sale in your store.
So our store, I'm assuming you're referring to when I say our eBay store. That's our eBay store. It's all the items that we have for sale on eBay. We're a little over 600 items right now. And then every few weeks, we don't have a time frame on it specifically, but every few weeks, we offer a local online auction style sale, similar to what you might find on a high bid website or proxy bid or CT bids, if any of those sound familiar to you.
Have a good afternoon there, Paul.
Bye, Curry.
Thanks for stopping in.
And those are sales that we run on a local auction style platform where everything starts bidding at $1.
Yep.
So it's an opportunity to get some really great deals on stuff, but there's things that, I mean, we sold a Tiffany teapot for $535 a couple months ago. So, I mean, there's all kinds of all over the board prices and items. So,
so basically this online sale is through a platform for a local company that does a lot with estate sale and consignment companies. And, we are an associate seller with them. And that's what was our big, and still is actually our big platform that we do.
To liquidate a lot of the
consignment
buyouts. And storage unit items.
Yeah. So
And Beverly, you can participate because, like I was just saying, some of the items are shippable. We sell jewelry in about every auction. I can't guarantee that jewelry is going to be in every auction, but
we do have a lot of like vintage things. We have so we have one consignor that does like a lot of vintage electronics, record albums, 45s and 33s, ephemera, antique postcards. So we get a lot of that stuff that runs through that particular platform. So yeah, there's stuff that we do ship. There's a lot of the vintage stuff you may have seen on some of the sales we've done. But that is our usual outlet where we would sell it as well.
Yeah. Hey, Cheryl, welcome.
Hey, Cheryl, how you doing today?
So, we're not going to ship a giant box of record albums. They weigh a ton, but we'll ship small vintage and glass pieces. We'll ship ephemera, paper, jewelry, plastic. Each item is marked. So you just have to look. Hey, Mickey.
How you doing today, Mickey? I don't know if you heard, but we want to make sure we say thank you.
Yep.
Since you're on here, definitely we want to make sure, thank you for the desserts. That was such a surprise, and they were very good.
Yes.
And Beverly said, am I notified through the subscription on YouTube? For those online sales, no. Actually, that is where the recycleneo.com comes in. When you go there, it's a pop-up that says join that email list. But we also have your email. If you'd like us to add you to that, feel free to let us know in the comments and we'll make sure we add you to the email list. Because when our sale starts Friday, we send out 2 emails. One at the beginning to let people know the sale is up, and one the day it ends so that you know that it's ending. But we don't blast you with a bunch of stuff in your email. That's generally so that you know our sale is up on that platform.
Yep.
All right.
What else?
I don't know. Being back, it seems so weird. Like, I can't believe we missed last Monday, and we got some videos to put out. If Bill's still there, hey Bill, I didn't forget about that video. Just been learning this new platform for editing videos, so I didn't forget. It's still coming down the pipeline. So, but I want to make sure I say that. Also, we're gonna put out a video. I don't know who's seen our. We had a video we did maybe beginning of January, and it was a bunch of totes in it. And we weren't sure about the totes, whether we could sell them or not. But it was a ton of totes, so we're doing the untoting instead of unboxing.
Wait, is that a word? Untoting?
Untoting instead of unboxing. So that actually,
I like it.
That was supposed to be completed. That was the last one I did on the old platform, but this new one took up some memory. So I ended up deleting where I was with that status. So I'll be trying to get that back together under the new platform. So I'm really looking forward to how this is going to turn out. So we're at that point of trying to make our videos a little bit better. I remember the totes. Yeah. So, yeah, actually in the video, you'd be surprised. We had this huge stack of them. Wow. But untoting, yep, it's a thing, kind of like
every stuff. I like that word too.
So.
I like making up words. And when you make up words, they become words. It's how words become words. So it's not making up words. It's making words, making new words. Creation.
Souther.
Art. Souther. Yes.
Conversate. Oh, anyway. Yeah. Back to the handy dandy notebook. Uncle Beau. Gooder is a new word.
Oh, yeah.
That is a new word too, yeah.
More Souther. It depends on souther you are, because if you're souther, but you need to go more souther, then for sure.
That means you need to be driving south.
And more gooder.
So,
Has anybody got any questions for us?
Bill, gooder and worser. Hey, Dana, how you doing?
Hi, Dana. We are doing good. How are you doing today?
Thank you for joining us. I do need to move to go more souther. Dana said she's awesome. Marion says, oh, I'm getting confused.
You and me both, Marion.
Dana said, what is this all about? Well, Dana, we actually do a live every Monday, Lisa and I, and we have a YouTube channel that we actually post videos of some of the.
We're on YouTube, so she knows we have.
But
a YouTube
she's on
channel.
Facebook.
Oh, I see that now.
Okay.
Sorry.
So we have a YouTube channel, and we are starting to post some of our content on Facebook, and we actually do our live simultaneously on YouTube and Facebook. So if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, Dana, you can something on the book. On the book. Not sure. Sorry, your phone. No questions,
Yeah, I'm
but I
not
meant
gonna
the
answer
baby
it.
music. Oh, I didn't know it was ringing. I just heard that. It's okay. She has Cash App now. She is good.
On the book, Facebook. Oh,
Gotcha. And real quick, just in case, here we go. Don't forget that thumbs up, Toppet said. Yes, don't forget that thumbs up. And if you haven't checked us out on our YouTube there, Dana, I just dropped the link. Check out our YouTube channel. By all means, subscribe and enjoy the videos. So, but yeah. Well, were there any questions besides what's this all about? Oh, give me an update on the book you're reading. So the book we're reading is The Millionaire Next Door. And because of the ASD and the Vegas trip, we wanted to make sure we got that out in a timely fashion. But in regards to The Millionaire Next Door, we are actually about halfway through the book. She said, Bolo Up said, sorry, I'm working and listening. One of the things that we were definitely looking at, and I think probably the biggest resonating thing with at least us at this point with that book was we got to the chapter and really kind of honed in on chapter 2. And the only reason I say that is because the title of it is Frugal, Frugal, Frugal. And we went to Vegas, and we were trying to figure out how to be frugal but still go to Vegas. So that was kind of one of the big chapters that this time reading through I really went back to because, of course, you got to figure out as you're self-employed how to save money and make money and not spend more than your means, especially when you're self-employed.
Because the ups are up and the lows are low. And so you got to keep the even keel, even flow as much as you can.
The even keel, even flow?
Yep.
Is that like a riddle or a rhyme?
The median, the middle, the average. I don't know what the right word is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So one of the things that I really enjoyed about reading the book, and we did kind of get caught up with getting to Vegas and the trip, so we're still working on reading through it. But ideally for us, our big thing is understanding that don't live beyond your means, as well as we make the money, making sure that we put some aside, making sure that we don't overspend, which, you know, when you have a business like this buying storage units, sometimes that can and may not happen. We call it inventory though. What's that? If Outcountry Sales is still there, you might be a reseller. If you're shopping therapy, you call it buying inventory.
That's a good one.
I was watching them like right before we went to Vegas, and something was said that made me think of that. Thank you, Dana. Appreciate that. And don't forget to share as well. Toppit said, I have my own business. And yes, ups are good and lows are very difficult. Yes, they are.
Yep. It's different than getting a paycheck every 2 weeks. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. And that's kind of why we started reading the books, just, you know, getting into that mind state of, you know, we got to get into a certain mind frame to keep moving forward.
Yep.
You mean don't eat prime rib on a burger budget?
Yep.
Yes. Yes. I don't have any credit cards, haven't had any for 20 plus years.
Yep.
It's a good way to go too.
If you can't pay for it, you can't pay for it, right? So that's definitely...
You could always rob Peter to pay Paul.
No, that's not the right way to go. And Toppit said, save for the lows. Yep. For sure. And it is easy to spend when things are going well. Yeah.
Yes. And that's kind of the probably one of the big things that keeps us just kind of reading the personal development and the self-development and the success principles and business principles, reading those type books, mainly because, you know, you don't know what you don't know. And, you know, in order for you to create those habits, you have to start by the little steps.
Yeah.
You know, and those little steps compound over time. So me personally, like, you can't tell me much. I mean, it's kind of hard up there. So
he's right.
But
I'm going to agree with him this time.
But what I like about the books, you read the books, certain books, and they change my perspective just that little bit. And it's like turning a light on, or like, you know, the Matrix is what I used to call it when I back in, I don't know, about 10 years back or so when I started doing that. So, you know, you're like, it opened up this window and like, you know, you're seeing all the numbers streaming down or letters and, you know, starting to read between the lines. So,
yep. Dana said she's a freelancer. It's hard to budget, but you can still put money into a fund for vacations and a separate account for home budget. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Nikki doesn't have any debt except a storage shed. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Beverly buys used cars and pays cash for them.
That's good as well. Actually, the book talks a little bit about that as well, meaning
the millionaires don't drive around the high-end luxury brand new foreign cars typically. The millionaires are not wearing the, you know, $4,000 Rolexes on their wrist. They're not the typical people that you think the millionaires are.
Yeah. And one of the things, Beverly mentioned the car, one of the things that they talked about in the book that, you know, I mean, we're kind of in that same boat, which is, even though we have vehicles that work, we're always looking for another vehicle and the next deal on a vehicle, paying cash, you know, making sure we don't have that type negative debt. And even though our vehicles work now, we're still looking for vehicles. So if we see a deal that comes up, we can get another vehicle without having to wait until it breaks down or it's not working anymore. And then we're stuck going to the dealership. So I know I'm saying that wrong, but I know that's our experience. And currently that's what we're doing, looking for another vehicle for Lisa, and then we'll be looking for another one to replace the truck sooner or later. So, keeping your eyes open so that you're never in that position where you have to go do something you don't want to do. We're always trying to look for the deal now so that we can do it now when we can, and then when we need to, we don't have to worry about it, because at that point we've already resolved it before it ever happened.
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry.
Thanks for stopping in, Dana.
Thank you, Dana. We appreciate you stopping in, and we will definitely talk to you later.
Bolo Up says that if you get a chance, I think if we go back to Nevada, visit Laughlin, get a hotel there on the cheap days, then drive the scenic route. It costs gas, but you get to visit other casinos on another side of Vegas. That is actually a really cool idea. We talked about how we were there for 5 days, but there's so much more that we would have liked to have done that we didn't get a chance to do. So we will definitely remember that.
Good afternoon, the traveling picker, Pat Dees.
Hey, Pat. How you doing?
And Pat says, credit card interest robs a lot of workers from their income. People need to set goals and make a plan to get those and build a rainy day fund. Agreed.
Yeah. Credit cards are like the easy way out, but on the backside of them, it's a slippery slope, and all of a sudden you're sliding and you can't stop yourself.
If I'm correct, they call interest the eighth wonder of the world. Compounding interest. It's actually interesting when you hear little things. I mean, I always think interest is always a dangerous term, or percentage, right? Because 2% of a little bit is a little bit, but 2% of a lot, it could be a lot. So, what's the difference of 2% of $20 to 2% of $2,000? But I mean, if you're not really listening to the dollar amounts and somebody just says 2%, I mean, you could think that that's a low dollar amount, but if you don't know what that's 2% of, I mean, it could potentially be a high figure. So,
well, and then, I mean, typically if you're talking credit card percent, it's 2% for a year or 6 months, but then it shoots up to 25, 26, 29%. And that's where you really get into trouble.
Yeah. So, where was it? Bugs Adventures said hello. How you doing today, Bugs Adventures?
Hey, Bugs. Hope you're having a good Monday.
And well, we have a mortgage, but that's the only dollar we owe. That's what Topic said.
That's really good. I mean, and that is the really hard one, I think, for everyone. That's such a huge purchase to make a cash payment on a house, although you hear about it a lot nowadays. I'm not sure how these people are doing it, but people are doing it. I've listened to Dave Ramsey in the past, and he's an all cash person, and he believes in paying cash for houses and cash for cars and not buying until you can. So will we ever get to that point? I don't know.
We as in
you and I.
Oh yeah, one day we will.
Oh yeah, one day we will, he says. So
I'm saying it right now.
All right. He's putting it out there. So one day we will.
She'll come kicking and screaming, but we'll get there.
Oh no, I will be happy. I will be happy. I mean, who would not love to not have a mortgage payment every month, to be able to just pay for the house and be done?
So agreed with that. Hey, fortunately for us, we didn't buy a house in this crazy, insane, house, mortgage, whatever, payment time. That stuff is crazy. These prices.
Pat said that he knows people with money, they never pay late fees or interest. Yep, because they're on top of it. And what else did I see? Marion said that she only spends what fits in her budget. Yep. And Bugs Adventure said the sun is out and it's warm here today. Well, that is an awesome way to start the week, for sure.
That it is.
Big Barn says no mortgage payment is the way to go. Live freely. Yeah, definitely. And it's not easy. It's definitely sacrificing here, sacrificing there, following the budget plan that you make and things like that. So
yeah, my only problem is I like to shop a lot.
no, you don't.
It's called inventory.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, we're always reinvesting in the business. That's what we're calling it. Reinvesting.
I call it therapy, shopping therapy. Right. It's being disciplined. Agreed.
Oh, that's interesting. Uncle Beau pays his utilities once a year and it helps a ton.
Yeah.
That's another thing that, just paying your monthly bills each month. It's, remembering to pay them, paying them on time, sitting down to do it, carving out time. So
paying ahead, I like
Yeah.
that idea, because even if you're paying the same, but if you pay 6 months to 12 months, I'm actually from the insurance world before I got full-time here. So, premiums, for example, you pay it all in 1 year, and even though it may be the same, a lot of times you'll get a discount for doing something like that. But, just not having that payment for 6 months can be a change of how you think of your money as well. So,
Yep. And then you have the rainy day fund that Jim's mentioned. Yep. And you can't forget the vacation fund or the fun fund, because, you got to have a little bit of fun in life too. So that's where the, whole idea of the budget comes into play. What categories?
Work.
What?
I don't know. Sorry. Yes. Gotta have a little fun. KT, back and loving all this discussion.
Welcome back.
So, you were saying the vacation fund?
Yeah.
Gotta have a little fun. I will admit, I was kicking and screaming going to Vegas. I really was. I am a workaholic. I have this focus on trying to get somewhere, and I want the business to be a certain place. And I say between me and Lisa, I know we're going in the same direction. But, I get tunnel focus on, like, we got to get this sell. We got to do that. Okay, if we're going to take off, what I think one of the things for us going to Vegas, I was saying, if we're going to go to Vegas, then we have to have an online sales set up before and after, one finishing before we go, and then one ending when we come back. And, I wanted us to put so much on the plate, and it worked out that we pushed this sale off that's starting Friday a little bit, so that we could relax and go to Vegas clear-minded. And I will say here on this live, like I told Lisa, it was a great idea. I'm glad we went. We got to relax, and I was so stuck in working that I didn't take the time to, smell the roses a little bit. So
he's making me misty.
So she had a great idea for us to go to Vegas, and I will admit that I am so glad we did go, and, hopefully she'll forgive me for all my kicking and screaming of not wanting us to go. So, and spend the money, but it was worth
we went.
it.
I've already forgiven you.
Yeah, and we got some new contacts, and we still did some business, but it was definitely
you were making me
worth
misty. So.
Is that makeup?
Yes. Is it smearing?
But
no, but we do get very hyper focused on our work, and I know it's important to take breaks. So getting him to see that sometimes is difficult, but we're getting there. Small steps, small baby steps.
top it said compromise. Also, we have been, hold on, I can't see that far. We've been saving for central air. We decided to use some of the money for our new pup. The house has been empty. Aw. And Pat D says, I will say scary part is resellers. Most stuff we sell, no one needs tomorrow. True.
Yep.
We depend on people consuming stuff, so short-term people's habits will change due to inflation. Yeah.
So, talking about that for a minute, I don't know if anybody else has those concerns,
Yes, she is very emotional. It doesn't take much to.
but it's true. Like, what are we selling that people need? And I was walking through the trade show last week with that in mind, sort of like, what can we buy that would meet people's needs right now versus their wants? Because if people are paying $6 for gas and they're, worried about inflation and they're worried about a possible war that becomes bigger than what it is now, and, all the things, how do you shift your business and still keep income coming in?
Yes.
So we've been talking about that a little bit. Haven't gotten really any definitive answers on it yet, but I think it's something that all of us should keep in mind as resellers. How can we pivot and kind of change or slide a little bit to fit needs and times that we're living in? We all felt it with COVID. I think we lived through an unprecedented time and we made it. So, we'll get through this time too, but I think you've got to be kind of fluid and flexible too.
It reminds me of The Walking Dead, if anybody watches that.
I mean, not really, but okay.
Well, we just came out of one episode and we're already starting the next chapter of, the next trouble spot. So, I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, yes.
It's an analogy.
Yeah.
So,
but if they don't watch The Walking Dead, they don't have any idea what you're talking about.
No.
They go from like one
drama to the next.
Yes.
So,
like really with any show.
Yeah. Pat said we need to be better at sourcing, buy right, do your homework, keep some cash. Sometimes moments like this allows buyers to get better deals. Yes.
Yeah, that is true.
That is exactly true. That's kind of where we're at. Just trying to figure this out as we move forward. I think with any business, you're always looking for. Well, I won't say you in general, like everyone, because some businesses go out of business because they're not looking for how they can stay viable in a new economy or when things change.
Yeah.
So, and
that's
COVID
what I meant
did that with a
with
lot
being fluid and flexible. Don't say, I'm selling this widget and I'm always going to sell this widget and I'm never going to sell anything else, because one day, that widget will become extinct and nobody will need it anymore. And then you'll be sitting on, 1,000 widgets. I just like to say the word widgets.
See. Douglas said, I'm collecting grandkids. The 11th one is on the way anytime now within the next 2 to 3 weeks. Congratulations.
Number 11. That's pretty awesome. We have a friend who they just had their first granddaughter in the family. And oh my gosh, the pictures that we see, she was a month old a couple days ago. Well, you don't see them because you're not on the girls chat, the girls group chat, but her name is Avery. So I like to joke that Avery's all in already at a month old.
How you doing today, Grabs and Deals?
Yes, welcome.
Welcome. John Beck said it's all about ROI, return on investment.
Yep.
Although that some people spell Roy, ROI. I'm just saying.
It's all about Roy. Yes.
Hey, I'm a return on investment.
Yes, you are. You're a return on something.
And the answer to that, KT, is yes.
To what? I don't know what you're looking at.
That is Bolo Up's channel. So I dropped that link there for Bolo Up. So, wow, it is Monday. I want to make sure that I do point out Mondays. The idea is for us to pass on some good vibes. Let you know that we're here to share a little bit and be available to answer questions and be here to hopefully be funny and humorous and, even emotional and shed a few tears and, yeah. So we just want to make sure that everyone's starting off their week as we're ending the Monday with a good vibe. And I hope that we can continue to do that. And I hope that we do deliver that. So, definitely, we appreciate everyone that stopped in to see us. We do have our giveaways, but I just wanted to make sure I point out, we like to try and keep things upbeat, positive, and thank you for sharing some time with us, coming to see us. And the idea again is to, leave you with some good vibes to think about throughout the week, and hopefully we put a smile on someone's face.
Yep, that's the goal.
Mm-hmm. And Pet D said, okay, see you again. I'm having big show tomorrow night. Harry Tornado, 8 p.m.
Nice.
Right. Sounds like something to see. Definitely. We'll be there.
Yeah, and Tuppet said, it's at a time when she's not sleeping. And, that is the challenge of evenings time slots. There's a lot of people that are evening time slots, and that's fine. And that's why we decided to do mid-afternoon, so that if, people had the time and weren't working or could work and listen, we could kind of fill that void there.
And we did it towards the later afternoon because it helps us end our Monday with a good reason to want to get out and get the day started. I mean, these Mondays with the live really are, I think they're really good. I enjoy the fact that it creates a urgency to get the week started a different way. And it breaks up the mundane.
Hey, Luis.
How you doing today, Luis? Thank you for joining us.
Grabs and Deals said, when are you usually on live? We are usually on. We are on Mondays at 3:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been on now. Wow, this is a long live because we usually try to keep it to an hour, but conversation has been good and the chat has been very active, and we love that.
And we missed last week.
So we had a lot to catch up on. But we usually try to keep it to about an hour, so we respect people's time and things like that. So we're sorry for going over today, but it was fun. It's been fun.
Agree. Cheryl said she's off today, trying to motivate myself to list. Yeah, that could be a difficult one, but I will definitely say the motivation is once you get listing, it opens up the opportunity to make more sales. So you got to list a sale and you got to sell to make the money.
I think it's once I get the first one done, I get going. It's just getting started. And I think that's true with a lot of things, just getting started. And once you get started, sometimes you don't want to stop. So just get it started.
Yeah. I will say it is hard to get started, but once you get it started, or once you get started, like I had 6 to do, and I did 4 of them before the live. One of them actually wasn't going to work well. So 4 out of 6. One of them is going to have to get replaced. I think that one that's getting replaced to go in the dollar sale. So stay tuned for that.
All right. So do you think we should start doing some giveaways?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
And Thrift and Flip. How you doing there, Thrift and Flip? Been listening in the background to see y'all again. Always a good time on this show. Smash that like button. Haha, yes, smash that like button.
Yep.
And
thanks, Bolo Up. We appreciate the kind words, and I'm glad you got your giveaway. It made it safely to you.
Yes. Okay. I was going to say something. One of them is right here. Thursday, 7 p.m. Don't forget Awesome Flippin' Deals Auction. Is that on your channel, Brenda?
I think it is.
Because I believe the Awesome Flippin' Deals is a mixture of you, Tracy Cakes, and Deals with Danny. But that's on your channel, if I'm correct.
I just love the name that you guys came up with. I mean, it's so fitting because it's one word from 3 channels and it makes a really cool name.
What's up, ATL Flippers? Derek and Jasmine. How y'all doing today?
Hey, guys. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Also see 4 p.m. tomorrow, Who's Tom Cruise? But that's 4 p.m. Is that Eastern or Western? I think that's what do they call that? What's
now you said Western and now I can't get that out of my head. West Coast time. What is that?
Because I believe
East, Central, and Pacific.
Yes, there we go. And there was another one I wanted to make sure I pointed out.
Oh, yeah.
I
The
know
Hudsons are doing an auction tomorrow night at, I think theirs usually starts at 7:30. Was that in there?
That's one I saw. And Callie does his Tuesday night tomorrow, 9 p.m.
9 p.m. Pacific?
No, for us, it starts at 9.
Oh,
So,
right. Okay. 9 p.m.
That's what I was
Eastern.
trying to figure out about Who's Tom Cruise, because for us, I know what time it starts.
This whole time zone stuff is...
Yeah, it was crazy to deal with the time zone on Monday, and then again on Friday. It was we ended up staying up almost 24 hours that first day going out to Vegas. Like, looked up at the time and it's like, wow, if we were home, like we just got up
Yeah, that was probably not the best way to start our week, but
no.
We
made it through it.
Yes.
Did. All right, so we have. It says there's about 24 people that are on. So we're going to do a number from 1 to 30. And yes, Michael Sam's, Storage Brats has their auction Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. Okay, we're getting that all lined up. And let's see. Let me get the right picture here.
All right, I'm full screen. I'm ready. I got 30 numbers on the wheel. Uh-oh. Other way. We're all rusty. We haven't done this for 2 weeks.
Right.
I don't think you need all the screens open. So pick one number between 1 and 30.
Working the way I want it to. Okay.
Can you get rid of that one? Like, do we need that one?
No. There we go. We'll just leave it at that. All right.
All right. You just won't see us. You'll just hear us.
All right. From 1 to 30. 1 to 30. So this is the way it works. The closest to the number without going over wins. If there's a tie or there's more than one person with the same number that comes out, we will have those people pick again and do a spin-off. So no need to worry about if you pick the same number. If that number comes out, we'll go back through and look and do another spin-off. So again, 1 to 30. Closest to, if they don't hit the number, wins, and anyone that has the same number, if that number comes out, we will do a spinoff from those people. All right.
All in, all done, and we're gonna spin the wheel. Here we go.
Here we go. All right.
right. Lucky number 4.
Lucky number 4. Who do we have for number 4? I see
KT Treasures. Any other number 4s?
any other number 4s.
Nope.
That is the only one I see. So the verdict looks to be
KT Treasures. Do you want to put us back on screen?
so.
Hey, KT Treasures, you won a Las Vegas hat.
Las Vegas. Oh, congratulations. Like you haven't seen enough of that. All right. Well, KT, don't forget to hit us with a direct message, your information, so we can get that in the mail for you. All right. This thing's rigged, I tell you. Let's go again. Everyone pick another number from 1 to 30. 1 to 30.
Lexi, can't you just remove that one? Or no, I'm not doing it, but I'm just saying.
One to 30. Okay.
All right, everybody in? All in, all done?
We'll give it a few more seconds just to make sure. See, here comes 2 more. Yep. Okay. And I'm thinking we're ready.
All right. We're going to spin the wheel once you put it up on the screen. Details.
The details.
Schmeetails. Okay, here we go.
I shoot from the hip. What do you?
Yes, you do. Bang, bang.
And oh, we have number 25.
Number 25.
Number 25. That is a 2 and a 5. And let's see. I don't see a number 25, but who's the closest?
Without going over.
And we have our winner.
John Beck.
It is John Beck with the number 23.
Congratulations. Hopefully that one gets kicked off.
Congratulations. That is a number 23, John Beck. And so what we'd like you to do is you can email us, you can send us a direct message on Facebook at our Avery's All In Facebook page, or you can send us a direct message through our Instagram, Avery's All In Instagram page. Let us know that where you'd like us to mail it to. So, and what do we have for John?
Oh, we have authentic casino cards and dice that were used in the casino.
Was that Casino Royale?
This was
Casino
Palace Station.
Palace Station.
So a pair of dice and a deck of cards. So congratulations, John.
Congratulations. And
KT has said
actually let's
generously to give the hat away again to someone else.
Okay, well,
so that means we're gonna do one more drawing, guys.
and actually hold on one quick second.
One quick second for
I want to, just to make sure, here is, for John Beck, here is our link tree where you can find our links to our Facebook, I believe our email, or our Instagram. So I don't know what VUM today is. So we will do that. Hopefully, Lynn, that wasn't a bad thing, but it doesn't matter. No links like that. So there's the link tree, and everyone pick another number. We're going to do a respin for the hat. KT generously donated that back, so we can pass that on to someone else.
They probably have their own Las Vegas hats. I'm guessing. I don't know.
I'm guessing they have a lot Las Vegas. And thank you, Beverly, for reporting that.
We owe them a couple giveaways, though. So
yes,
be ready, KT. Something's coming your way. It'll be a surprise.
A surprise.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Okay, surprise. Give it a few more seconds. All in, all done. Which, as a matter of fact, I hear there's going to be an auction in Painesville, and Rob's going to be there doing the auction, being the auctioneer. So I'm sure we'll have plenty of videos with all in, all done.
Yep.
So
yeah, at the end of the month, if anybody's interested in coming to Painesville, Ohio for a live storage unit auction.
We're creating competition there.
Whatever. It's on the interwebs, so.
The interweb.
Yes. All right. Are we ready to spin the wheel?
I think we're ready to spin the wheel.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Here we go.
Here we go. There it is. And who do we have? Again, closest to without going over if we don't have somebody that picked the number. The number is 20. The number is 20. Who do we have at? I see the number. It is.
Looks like
Pam.
Pam. On the nose. Congratulations.
Congratulations. I'll make sure that I do a good one.
I am actually regretting that I did not.
Congratulations. Sorry.
Roy and his sound effects. I'm regretting that I didn't get one of these for myself. So I guess we have to go back.
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
We need to go back so we can get you a hat.
All right, guys.
And unless anything changed, Pam, we have your information already. We appreciate everyone stopping in.
Yep.
It's been fun. Sorry we missed you last week, but we will definitely be back, obviously, and we have some new content that we'll be editing and getting out. And,
lots of good videos coming out.
And we got some new directions that we're happy to be sharing coming down the pipeline. So it was a great experience, and we're glad we were here to be able to share it with you.
Yeah. Does anybody have any last minute questions or comments? Thanks for spending the afternoon with us.
Thank you. Pam said her birthday is March 20th.
Ooh, nice. So it was a lucky number this month.
Yes, it was.
Woohoo.
Happy birthday a little early.
Yep.
Have a good week, everyone.
Have a good week. Stay positive. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.